G'day good people, welcome to the ultimatemoney.com.au coin review of the day. My name's Corey and today we're going to take a look at Lisk, a create your own blockchain platform. So what is Lisk? Well, Lisk is a Swiss-based decentralized applications platform that is being built for developers to use a sidechain development kit or an SDK that is written in JavaScript, which is the most commonly used coding language in the world. And Lisk's SDK enables developers to utilize sidechain technology to build their own custom blockchains with native tokens that are connected to and rely upon the stability of the broader Lisk network. So what gives Lisk value? Well, it is decentralized, but it is also able to evolve without hard forking due to a flexible democratic system. And it is made easy for developers to use, as well as developers being able to create their own custom blockchains that operate independently whilst benefiting from the security of Lisk's main chain. And sidechaining makes the network flexible, fast, and scalable, which is pretty important. So what is the technology behind Lisk? Well, the Sidechain Development Kit, or the SDK, is a collection of tools for developers to program decentralized applications, or dApps, on Lisk's network. The SDK contains 4 tools, including Lisk Commander, Lisk Elements, Lisk Core, and Lisk's Hub. And each tool has its own function in the programming process. Some of the other technologies, the Delegated Proof of Stake Protocol, or the DPoS, which gives token holders the right to vote for node delegates that forge the blockchain. The number of delegates that will be forging the blockchain is capped at 101 based on stakeholder votes. And after a delegate is voted in, they are designated a position within 100 rounds of block forging, where they will fill a block with 25 processed transactions, sign the block, and then broadcast it to the network. Then after the block is forged, the next delegate will begin building their block, and if a delegate is unable to forge their block, then another delegate will take their place. Also in technology, the broad hash consensus is the function used to agree on the truth of the decentralized blockchain. A broad hash is present in every node and is the fingerprint of the previous 5 blocks that were forged. And if 51 of the 100 randomly selected nodes contains the same broad hash from the previous 5 blocks, then truth is decided through consensus. So who are the team behind Lisk? First up, we have Max Kordek, who is the co-founder, president, and CEO of Lisk and a manager of German blockchain development studio Lightcurve. Kordek's mission is to build an easy-to-use sidechain development kit for the industry. Next up, we have Oliver Beddoes, who is the vice president and the CTO of Lisk, or the chief technical officer. And Beddoes is also the co-founder and director of Lightcurve and has over 12 years of experience in developing digital technologies. Next up, we have Iker Alastiza, who is a resident cryptographer on the Lisk team, and Alastiza also works as a cryptographer for Lightcurve and has spent years developing software for MATLAB and MathWorks. Next up, we have Charles Hoskinson, who I have talked about before in other reviews. He's a very busy man, and he's one of the co-founders of Ethereum and senior advisor to Lisk. And Hoskinson's company IHOC, or Input Output Hong Kong, is also working on the Cardano and Ethereum Classic networks, as he is a highly respected programmer and educator. So what are some partnerships with Lisk? Well, Lightcurve is a blockchain strategy and consultancy, development studio, and marketing agency, and it is contracted to the Lisk network to develop its technologies and expand its community economically. Also, Blockchain Labs, a UK-based cross-campus blockchain education ecosystem, has partnered with Lisk to create a forward-thinking community that will help with the development of blockchain technologies. And Expand Online, which is an international marketing service agency, has partnered with Lisk to build public awareness of its project. Expand Online's client list includes Microsoft, eBay, and Adidas. So what are the good things about Lisk? Firstly, developers have flexibility when it comes to creating their own blockchains for their applications. And the JavaScript SDK has the potential to attract many dApp developers due to its ease of use. Also, the network is extremely scalable and avoids the scaling issues that many other networks are currently facing. Although right now Lisk doesn't have a fully functioning platform, it does have a test work that's in the making. And something else that I find positive is it seems that Lisk's team is more concerned with developing the technology than making content for press releases, like some other projects. So what are the not so good things about Lisk? Well, I couldn't really find too much. It actually seems like a pretty promising project. The only thing that I could find really is that it has no working product yet. besides the testnet, but also many other projects that it is competing with, except for say Ethereum, don't have working products either. So at the moment it's on a pretty level playing field. So what is the future for Lisk? Well, it has a mainnet launch at an unknown date, and sidechain development kit will be launched at an unknown date. I did find that Lisk doesn't really make promises for their future roadmap. Like a lot of other projects, I'll say, oh, we're going to do this, this, and this at this time in the year, and a lot of the time they don't actually meet those requirements, which makes stakeholders angry, lets people down. And I think to some degree a roadmap is a marketing strategy. It's to show that a project has future goals, but it seems to be more so for an ICO. When they're trying to raise that initial capital, they have to show people that they have a plan. Whereas Lisk has been in the game for quite a while, and they just seem to have their heads down, bums up while they're working on the technology, rather than trying to make promises that they know that they can't fulfill, because who knows how long the technology is going to take to develop. So what is my personal conclusion of Lisk? Well, in my opinion, Lisk has gone a different way to most other developing dApp platforms. And instead of focusing on marketing to investors before actually having a working product, it is instead working silently on technology made easy for developers whose applications will bring utility and true value. And although it is another dApp platform in a market of many, its sidechain development kit is unique enough to make it stand out from the rest. But also, like most other dApp platforms right now, it is still in development. Thanks for watching today, good people. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and head to www.ultimatemoney.com.au for all your crypto news, reviews, and how-tos. My name's Corey. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.